This is Divine Sunshine coming to you with an looking into the current energies. Just kind of like settling in. I know I usually come on earlier, so this is like on the hump time day of the week, Wednesday. However, yesterday I cranked out.
Welcome to today's affirmations. Please use headphones for the best.
Just turn and look to see. Let me get that off before they be saying you're using somebody else's work. Super positive, that's fine. Miraculous. I like usually playing a little music in the background too as well. I'm gonna check into the energies for the collective. Feeling today a little bit, and I know others have said that, but a lot of it's like a lot of emotions are coming up. I can really tell that very strongly about that nostalgia, about the twin, about the past, where I'm going, my own issues, really looking and seeing, you know, some of the things against observing in the divine masculine energies with myself. It's like you're not reacting to things right. You know, kind of telling cells of the critical mind to kind of go down. A lot of still shadow work doing. That's being pushed on. A lot of, again, self-compassion. It's all right. But also in the midst of these, having like a real proud moment about how things are kind of coming together. And some things and going in directions that's totally different, but really trying to make sure I'm settling in and making different choices. And really, it's about self-love and me. I know with the Leo seasons here, August is really doomed to be in a great way, to be a great month for us. And you know, a lot of miraculous things, a lot of still to me, I can't believe things coming together. You know, especially the 8th month symbolizing, again, harmony, trying to create that balance, and creating that balance, finding ourselves getting rid of things that no longer serve. There's kind of like, it's showing me like a seesaw where we're kind of seesawing, kind of teeter-tottering as well, dealing with those religious, I call it religious belief systems that we have in there. When this happened, it's always happening, really trying to get rid of that because it's keeping us in those karmic cycles, really feeling the karmic cycles coming to an end. Seeing a lot of 999s representing me. I think somebody for the ticket for my car when I went on an outing, it was $65.99. So again, still creating balance but ending cycles, really pushing that to understand. A lot of 414s, a lot about the light work, shining the light, about the light, clearing those things, because again, if there's shadows being cast, and we're trying to, and they're showing me like a light. The bigger the light, the bigger the shadow that's going to be cast. So that means, again, as we're becoming brighter, thank you for that, there is also sensibility of the shadow to be more bigger and more pronounced, as they're saying, and drawing more attention to what we've got to actually deal with. For me, I feel a lot of kind of like my equilibrium is kind of off, and that's not in like me walking, but just really in the world. It feels, again, like a void, or like a starting over, like a 10 as well. Not feeling the connection as much as well. Kind of like, I don't know if that's because of us, I'm hearing self-preservation. Some of us might feel like we can't feel anything or see anything that's going on with other part, because it's some things that's going on, and a lot of things don't want you to know what's going on, don't want you to feel it, doesn't want to affect your journey about what you're dealing with to affect. So some of you all might be feeling that disconnect too as well. They say self-preservation as well. So like preservatives. I told you about preservatives and additives. Today's word to me is self-preservation. Okay, so let's look and see what's the overall energies for what's going on with the collective, the twin flames, or divine lovers, or those who want to become divine. We have here his third eye chakra. I mean, right, which is the sixth chakra, but we're saying third eye. And there's action. And that's what I was talking about this. And that's interesting that this came out, because this is going with what I'm talking about, that the bigger the shadow, the bigger the light, the bigger the shadow that's cast. Things are dealing, there's some actions. There's again about the vision, kind of to me as being in the lead, and it's leading everything as far as you opening up. This third eye also, they're saying this opening up is also helping you to see, like it's helping you to see where the light needs to be cast. And it's interesting, on this TV I'm seeing this tree here, which is knowledge, and this big shadow, and it's a light in front of it. And this is what I'm saying, the light is leading the way. What is that? Something's leading the way. I could hear it. It's a saying that's been said. And so this is where we are on this journey, where it is seeming as if though that there is a thing of, I heard it and then it went away. Our third eye is actually showing us the light, as to shining the light as to the areas in which we need to change. And it's a 4 and a 0. It's a grounding, and it's got the 0, which means it's this God force, or this God push, or this God really magnetizing, or really concentrating, or giving more energies to it as well. Again, it's adding on to this groundingness that we really need to be having at this time. And there's this action 17 is there, the number 17. So again, 1 represents also, I say, your intuition and your awareness is helping you to bring that understanding that there's a new beginning that's coming. And this, which is in this new beginning, is going to bring this spiritual completion that's going on for the collective. Overall. So let's look and see about the energies as far as what are the feminines working on right now. This is going to use 2 decks here so it can make it really kind of really to the point. I say clear. The feminines right now, the divine feminine energies are working on new love. Okay. And that to me is like the third eye. What is the vision that you're actually seeing right now? Okay. And then your life's purpose, and card came out, and change direction. Okay. But it's interesting, it's in the reverse. It should be actually be this way. Okay. So to me, in this being in reverse here, is change of direction. Most of the time that represents the Hangman card. And the Hangman card, to me, that being in reverse there, would say that there is no type of direction that's going on. However, it's interesting that she's standing, so she's really getting a new perspective, being grounded. That's what she's working on. This is new grounding. Everything, like I said before, it seems like everything is kind of like shaky, baby, shaky. It's all over the place. And things are kind of changing rapidly around the Chicago. I'm reading the thing, came out around the divine feminine energies right now. However, she's finding herself that she's changed direction, but at the same time, she needs to find herself that she's grounding herself where she is, so she can be able to get her bearings and actually see, okay, what is the direction? It's like a person, to me, I'm being shown like an alien, and if you had been dropped off in a foreign planet, and you're like, okay, I'm looking around, or even if it's a territory that you're familiarized, let's even say it was United States and somebody just dropped you, it feels like the divine feminine saying, let's put it this way, like somebody has put a bag, somebody kidnapped, and they have put them somewhere and they just dropped them in the middle of nowhere, like I'm saying, and they took it off, and it's like, okay, wait a second. Okay, where in the hell am I? Okay. All right, I'm looking around, seeing if I can see some landmarks that look kind of familiar. Okay, I see a tree. I see sand all around. Then you say, okay, this is a desert, But okay, it didn't seem like we went too long, and it's trying to like get all of the clues together this is where the divine feminine is right now. The divine feminine is in a new, feels like a new territory, being put in a new place right now. And she is, again, when it comes to new love, some lessons has been learned, some new things. Maybe she's gotten rid of some things that might have been a concern. And so now she is looking. Now, some of this looking in a new love, and I would say that the divine feminine has to be a little kind of question mark or worry or concerned about, is, again, that this here, she's not looking for, she's looking back. Now, the looking back can be because she's looking back because of, again, it's looking back from where I came. A lot of things, I know I have listened to either other readers, and they were saying that the ancestors were being, her name was Heart to Heart, she's somebody new, it was saying that it, again, was the ancestors have been so very proud. I even put it on the community tab. And, your guys are so happy, because some of them has let go of cycles, ending cycles of karmic, which has to do with heartbreak. This is being something that, again, that blocked, I'm looking at this, says blocked heart chakras because of this heartache, not really being able to, really express themselves openly through their heart chakra. And so now it's, again, the spirit is asking us in moving forward to really truly have a vision about how this new love is supposed to be, how it's supposed to look. And to me, when I see that to me, I'm looking at is how is the look. Let's say like the look of love is in your eyes. Da, da, da. Something that you can't disguise. Da, da, da. The look of love. Do, 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 do. I like this song. So this, that look of love, you can't, it's in your eyes, you're sparkling with it. So there's a newness that's coming over the divine feminine as well. And this new love is also stemming into, as far as her life purpose, is, again, going back and looking, I'm saying, and this goes back to these cycles again. Ending, full moons, again, what's your hopes and wishes, new moon, you put in your intentions. So as we're cycling out some of these illusions, as the moon also represents too as well, and moving into intuition and awareness, and the moon also representing to, again, a look of new beginnings as well, because you're cycling that too as well. To be, again, this is like, again, going back to the alien thing for the divine feminine energies. She's looking and saying, like, I am truly an alien in this new territory that I have through my growth, through my lessons, things that I've learned. Now where I am, I'm looking and saying, where am I? Earlier, before, I kind of knew my location, where I was. I thought I knew. And I remember this is almost a continuation from the last one when I asked, where am I? And this, again, you ask this question, and this is specifically saying, again, it's the directions. Okay, and I'm seeing her whip her hair back so she could be able to see where is she going. And this is where the divine feminine energies is at this time. When we look at the divine masculine, and so again, how you're going to be able, that goes back to it, is the divine feminine in this new territory of love, understands that she has got to now take some action. Some of us, the divine feminine energies, have done the shadow work that's in the past. And now we got this white horse here, which both of them represents freedom from the shadow work, and freedom spiritually about this newness is moving forward too as well. We got here for the divine masculine energies, they're working real simply put, just like a divine masculine energies would be, real simple to the point. They're like, I'm working on relationships and connections. I'm working on how is this stuff mirroring stuff that the divine feminine energies is doing on the other side, is also mirroring back to the divine feminine energies within the counterpart, which means, again, that, again, I'm hearing to say, if you're shaky, baby, they're shaky. If you're really on knowing as far as where you are and doing the work in love of self, they're working on love of self. This stuff is still being, again, as far as doing the shadow work, helping to see about how the relationships. I just seen also on Virgo Tarot, and I'll add that in too as well. She was stating by the divine masculine is looking at relationships, how people are relating to him. I'm seeing a lot of horses, a lot of freedom. It's like, again, they just kind of following. They felt themselves. I'm looking at the horses, thought they were free, but to me, they look like they're following the pack. And they were saying, well, you know, again, they go some meeting up with some other horses, I'm saying. And so that to me is, again, it's just it's about the community. But again, and I'm seeing these other horses. You got some brown horses and some white horses. I'm in agreement that what's being brought to me by my guides there, again, it's a mixture of, some of them belong, it's only one black horse, and he's truly black, that's hanging in this group. And some of them have been like this, the proverbial saying of being the dark horse out of all of them, you know, not really matching up. But I'm still hanging with them, but I don't look like none of these other horses that's hanging in this here. It's a couple of them now. I see two black horses and then one light brown. And so, but again, it still goes into that saying that it's not a match. And it could be even in that group, there are some divine ones that's there, maybe not knowing about themselves, but the divine masculine, as we have seen in all of these other readings that it came up thus far, has awakened. They have begun. We've seen that from the dream I had with my dad to say, okay, you're woke. You can't unsee what you just saw, okay? You know, I can't unsee that I just seen horses go across my TV screen. That's not going to work. And so, again, the divine masculine is now understanding that, okay, now I'm awoke. What do I do with that energies? And so what's my next step? And right now, in order to get, again, in line and grounded, this groundedness is showing up all through where they are. All this, the life purpose is more so grounding and anchoring in your spirituality. This grounding and anchoredness in new love. You know, again, looking into the divine masculine energies and relationships and seeing how you're connected is like, are these relationships that I have, are they truly grounded? Or are they about this fluff, you know, and paper tigers, you know, or their bark is worse than they bite. It's not really any kind of substance that they're saying that they're finding out that's going on with some of these divine masculine. And I feel like, again, it's some masking going on and understanding that, again, there's some blocks from their hearts being blocked like it was, and now being opening, this third eye being opening, and now I'm really seeing what has been told to me intuition wise, but now I'm really seeing, you know, what's going on. I'm seeing some of the divine masculines, like some of us saying, oh, their energy is running like, oh my God, I'm sounding like the divine feminine. You know, I'm actually seeing like a darkness cloaked. What the hell is, I mean, hear what I'm saying, what the F is that? You know, I ain't never seen this. Like, I'm actually seeing darkness, like scream mask on some of these people. It's like, whoa, where the hell is this coming from? So I'm picking this up. It's like this masculine. It's like really seeing things from the spiritual realm on his friends or his people he's connected with. And it's like, okay, all right, this is spooky. Have I dropped into the Twilight Zone? And so the divine masculine is really looking at these things, because I'm seeing the moon. It's all about this moon. This moon is bringing on these changes. And I know the Aquarius full moon is coming again, 11 and 12. And it's going to be bringing some things to really bring out about, as far as what's good for the goose is good for the gander. You know, Aquarius is all about outside of the box, but also his energy brings out, what am I pouring into others? This Aquarius energy is what I'm picking up for me, is that, again, this Aquarius full moon is going to really be saying, what am I doing from that, what it was said before about that 6600. What kind of cup am I pouring into other people? And what kind of cups is the people pouring into me? You know, is this an empty cup? Am I pouring out bad juice? This Jesus juice I'm pouring out to everybody? Or is this pure concentrated, I mean, with sugar in it? Or is this the real deal Holyfield of divinity that I'm pouring out? Also looking to see about out of the box, you know, really becoming more at one with understanding that, hey, I'm not like everybody. I might not be everybody's cup of tea. Speaking of spilling, and so again, you know, what am I pouring into? Again, that again is I am different, and I need to be okay and accept that. This is what the Aquarius moon is going to bring as well, because I remember for the longest time I thought Aquarius sign was a water sign because they got that pouring. So again, illusions, things are not the way that they seem, and this is what, again, introspectively, we're going to start looking and seeing that, you know, maybe what we think that the glass was half full is really half empty, and what we thought that the glass was half empty is actually half full. And so there's something that needs to be done. But definitely the divine masculine energies are really looking at the connection about, to me, the divine feminine essence and energies in everything that they do. You know, how are they being? What am I observing? What are they observing in me? What are they seeing when they look at me? You know, again, those things, the state of being of everybody, the pure essence of everybody. You know, when I see the divine feminine energies, she pulls things and no chaser. Okay, she's been showing who she is. It hasn't been, it's just me that has not been looking. Now with me having my third eye open, or the sixth chakra open, I'm really seeing things that the things that I had seen them as saying they were XYZ, they're really not that. But I'm seeing who other people really are. As I'm looking around. So this is what's happening with the divine masculine energies. Now remember again that when we're doing the readings here and you're looking, think about again about what the divine feminine energies in you is saying, and the divine masculine energies that I just talked about in you. How are you connecting to other things? How are things also resonating with you? How is the divine feminine energies within you is also triggering things within yourself to say on the outer world? Remember, the divine masculine energies is about how you're presenting on the outside, how you're standing in your authority, how you're going about going and getting those things. So everything about how you be on the outside is the same thing about how you be on the inside as your divine feminine energies. What are you radiating? Is your world also connecting and mirroring what's going on inside? And because they're saying it's a mirroring effect. If it's not, and a lot of them, like I know I had listened to another video and a young lady said the divine feminine energies has a beautiful heart. It's time for the divine feminine energies to be able to start a brand new start. And then, you know, it's time to kind of kickstart the heart. And then some of it is supposed to get down to the hard part. And this is, again, looking to see, is the reality that I have in my divine masculine energies matching up with the reality that I have inside spiritually. My spiritual reality matches up with my world reality, and how is those two affecting each other. And so this is what they want us to do. There's some action that needs to be taken. And this is what the overall energies is saying. There's some action needs to be taken about this new love for the divine feminine, about this new love that you have on the outside, this life purpose that you have, and the change of direction too as well. Just looking to see what are some directions in which our spirit guides wants us to take for the divine feminine. For the divine feminine energies, collectively, they want us to practice. They got right here, and I want to say, because it's in reverse, they want us to really move into the energies of having patience and stillness. Again, Bobby Fischer, don't move until you see it. I always remember that line. Bobby Fischer was a classic line, although I don't know if he said it or he didn't. But in the movie about him, the greatest chess player, he again was stated that the actor or whatever that portrayed him stated that line and said that he was not moving until he's seen where the next move is. I told you, right now we're in new territories for the divine feminine energies again, and it's like, I don't know. The best thing is when you don't know, and I remember David telling me the same thing, is don't do anything. Just stay in stillness. Don't rack your brain. Don't come up with no kind of superficial solution or idea of how you should be able to handle the situation. Just go ahead and just stay there, and then just set the intentions about what you want. I know I had seen somebody had said that. I think that was Heart to Heart. She had said that it's time for us to go ahead and just like really write down, if you want this new love, write down what it is. What is this new love looking like in your purpose? What is this new love looking like in your relationship? You know, she was even saying the point to how much it's going to take for you to get to this what you want in this new love, or this new job, what you're doing, you know, this new life that you want. I mean, just really narrow it down. I was saying to the next thing is also connect with the feeling too, so your heart can get in alignment with that. You know, feel yourself actually doing that very thing, how it feels to be in that relationship, how it feels that, and so that way you could be very comfortable in bringing that. Because sometimes we ask for things, and when we go to trying to visualize it, like they saying using that sixth chakra, that third eye, someone's like, okay, I see it, but you know, guess what? Instead of me seeing him, I'm seeing somebody else in the place. Okay. All right, let's do it again. Shake it off. Okay, okay, I'm seeing myself at the altar. I got the white dress. I look cute. My hair looking like it is now. I got the bouquet. Okay, who I see shows at the altar. Okay, okay, it's still, okay, I don't want him. I want X, whatever, X, whatever. So that tells you right there, well, we got some work to do. Because if you saying your heart actually wants that other thing or that car, but you keep on going back to getting that other car, that Kia, but you're saying you want to go ahead and get that Jeep, but every time you close your eyes you go back to the Kia, that's something you got to kind of revisit again. That reminds me of my mom when we were looking for houses, and we end up with this one. I had two houses I wanted houses down the street. I passed by there every day. I was like, there go my original house. And then I have this one. And so my mom was like, sister, I'm sorry, when I pray for it and I ask for what's the right house, she said, I don't see that first house, I see the second house. And I was like, oh, wow. You know, and so that is, again, it keeps showing horses. Horses has got a lot. And this is horses on here. Horses, again, representing freedom. Again, that's your totem. When you are not doing or resonating or being on your path, if a horse represents to you, that's around you, what the song say, I want to break free. So again, so go back to, is that queen or whomever that is, look at that, and that's what your soul or your spirit, as Steve of Tarot says all the time. I understand, but again, the card said your soul and your spirit want that, but then you got free will. So again, this here is stating that this is what the spirit and soul wants, and this is what we're resonating on and wanting. But again, you want to be free, but you got to make sure you're doing these actions to align to it. Make your heart align to it. All of those things. So for the divine feminine, it says patience and stillness. Okay, and for the divine masculine energies, what is the advice that spirit wants to give to the divine masculine energies? Visualize, affirm, and manifest. That means, and that's interesting, it said affirm, but I hear confirm. Visualize in your heart what kind of type of relationship or friends that you want, because I'm thinking about these connections again, and use that as same thing like we are doing in my meetings, and they were telling me about, you know, you got to get a what's your assessment? How do you know that you made it? How do you know that it's really a person that talked to me and said that you have really reached your goal? You know, if this is what you actually want, as far as in a new love, or you're seeing relationships ain't matching up, like what is a good friend? Okay, are they doing X, Y, this, then they ain't matching up to your own assessment or rubric of things. So it's time for you to, again, to confirm that this ain't working. Make an affirmation to bring in some new energies as far as how you are connecting to things, and then make it manifest. That's, again, like I said, go to the heart and see it actually coming into a feeling that it's like it's here, living in it. Let your body and your cellular level become one with it. It was once that I remember I was doing, and it was exercise about you breathing it and just letting your body feel that change and becoming all right with it. Because a lot of us, our body's holding the trauma of this ain't gonna work, it hadn't worked. And sometimes, you know, your mind is ready, your heart is ready, but somewhere in your body is still holding, like, I'm still remembering when the times when I was with blah blah blah. And so, you know, this is something that you've got to kind of go back and kind of read. To me, all I'm seeing here, this is all about, to me, is rebooting. And that's been going on again with the divine masculine. Divine masculine is to kind of, again, reboot itself. The divine feminine feels like they're in Twilight Zone. This is very new, where you are. You want this new love, but again, it's kind of like, stop, get your bearings, kind of look around, and then from that point, again, if you don't know what to do, just stay still here, because you're changing directions. And right now, you know, you don't know. Even when you have GPS and it's doing that, it'll tell you rebooting, hold on a second, and you see it, that means they're giving it time. I got to recalibrate this stuff, realign. Some of us divine feminines are going on to reaching for higher timelines as well. While you're rebooting with that, you know, you got to be very careful about the decisions that you're making, and to make sure, and if you're not feeling within your heart, or it's not a hellified yes to make that move, just kind of like wait, say, hold on a second, I don't know if this, I don't want to be messing up nothing, I don't want to pick no lower timeline. And just keep on saying, again, your intentions and your objective, that, again, spirit, again, my thing is for the pick the highest timeline, correct if there's any steps that I've made that is making me go to a lower vibration that is not in alignment with what you want, then again, make those kind of auto corrects for me, those spiritual corrects for me, and help me to make sure that I'm aligning myself to the right one. Same thing with this one for the divine masculine energies. To me, I would look and say, again, this, watch your connections, watch who you connected to on the outer. For the divine feminine energies, look and seeing what things you are connecting as well. Is it aligning with the true life that you actually want to have, and where you want to actually go? Because again, to me, it's about connecting spirit to spirit. That's the same thing like they say in having sex. You got to kind of watch the people you're having sex, because you're swapping energies, or you're taking that energy with you. So you got to kind of watch who you're laying down with. Who are you, again, connecting your energies with? Because where you going, some of these people don't have any kind of business going in the direction that you're going. And you've got to remember, kind of investigate a little bit more. Take your time on these things. Again, if you're being led to say you've got to these other relationships that maybe you might want to explore, that are outside of the divine masculine or divine feminine connections, or again, jobs or whatever that may or may not, you know, this out of your norm and your usual, making sure that you are looking and seeing, is this truly aligning with my heart? Now, if your heart is telling you, hey, we need to do this because I think we need to find out, work on our communication skills, or work on our intimacy, being more open in our heart, because this is something new that we had a closed heart before, and now I'm feeling like the spirit is directing me, it's opened up my third eye, and I'm seeing a lot of things more clearly. Then again, by all means, start to visualize that. Again, affirm what you want to see happening and manifest. Because I think before on this thing, we were doing things on this journey very haphazardly. Some of us is like trial and error. Oh my God, it worked, you know. But and then you ask again, what did you do? I don't know what the hell I did. But all I remember, I punched this, I did this, I did this, I prayed, I meditated, I visualized. No, I didn't visualize. What I did was turn around and spin 3 times in the circle, you know, whatever it is. Before I know, voila, he called. So this time again, we're doing things. So I got this new job. So, you know, this time we've learned our lessons. We're doing these things with more intent, more intentionality, more of a reasoning as well. And so this is where we are. in understanding this. So I feel like the power is kind of like retracting way. So again, if you need anything, I wanted to be in 30 minutes. I am, remember that month of August is it. After the 12th, I'll only be available to do past life regression sessions on the weekends. The 125 is for that. After that, again, it will be back to its regular price of $250 after August. And so if you want that, you need to make sure you jump in. Go to AshantiWellnessCenter.com as well. If you need any kind of readings like Divine Masculine, love letters, see where he is at, or as far as his love. These Divine Masculines have been very open and vulnerable. They just spill the tea on themselves very much so. So if you're interested in that, that's $22.22 for that one as well. And if you want to know about union, where those are the popular ones. People want to know when they're going to have union as well. The timeline, that is one as well that people are looking at. Oh my God, I think it's lessons is now. Okay, so that is another thing for you to look into. Okay, and you can go to DivineUnisouls11.co to book that. All right, thank you so very much. Thank you for listening. And as always, stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascended. Namaste, Namago. Click, like, share, and subscribe. That way you'll pour your energy into me. And again, I'll be able to pour it into you. All right, until next time, bye.